Edit. Good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, everybody. My name's David Esquire with Esquire Photography, and thank you for joining me on another episode. I'm here in downtown Long Beach at the Edgewater Wedding Chapel, and I am joined with a fantastic professional wedding officiant. His name's Alan Katz, and he's going to be sharing some tips and tricks and ways on how you can possibly save a little bit of money or perhaps save your sanity planning your wedding. Alan, thank you very much for joining me today.
It's a pleasure to be here.
I know you and I have worked together numerous times over the years, and you've made my experience absolutely incredible as a photographer with a lot of the attention to detail, and I really would love for us to be able to cover some of these great things that you do in your profession. But I want to get started from kind of like the beginning, not the beginning,
Sure.
and there was void and stuff like that, but I would really love for you to share with our viewers how you got started becoming a professional wedding officiant.
Well, I got started in kind of an unusual way.
Okay.
A friend of mine was getting married, and he was going to have me as his best man, but he didn't know who he was going to have marry him. Now, I've been a performer my whole life, so I said, look, why don't I do your ceremony? Have your brother as your best man. So he goes, great. I did the ceremony, and after the ceremony, all the guests are coming up to me going, wow, that was great. How long have you been doing this? I'm like, well, it's my first one. And then their friends started calling me, and their friends' friends started calling me. I'm going, you know what? I found my niche. I found my reason.
Wow.
I found what I can do amazing, that I can do better than anybody else. And I said, let me do this as a business. And I've grown it into the #1 wedding officiating company in Southern California.
Get out. Number one now?
#1.
Jeez. Wow, that is awesome. Now, with all of the weddings that you're working on and everywhere all over Southern California, obviously you've got a lot of wealth of knowledge that you can help people understand what to do better for their weddings.
Absolutely.
Could you share perhaps one of your favorite things, first of all, about being a wedding officiant? Because that's something, you know, that seems to really drive you from the heart.
Oh, exactly. Well, one thing I've noticed, every wedding that I do, every wedding is completely different. Even though I may say similar things, every wedding has different emotion.
Okay.
And my ability is to be able to bring out that emotion, to take something from that couple and make it special and make it uniquely theirs.
Okay.
See, one of the things that couples don't know, especially couples getting married for the first time, have no idea what to expect. They've been to their friend's wedding, they've been to that church wedding where the guy stands up there and preaches the gospel and everybody's sitting in their seats going,
Totally. Yes.
I decided to create a different type of experience for people. One that they could relate to, one that celebrates that relationship. Rather than preaches at them, ask them about what their feelings are, about showing their love for one another. And that's what it's all about. That's why all of their guests have shown up, to share that love and then to have a party.
Oh, yes.
My goal is to start that party at the ceremony. It's get everybody celebrating that moment and then continue it into the ceremony.
That's awesome. I can vouch, having been at several weddings with you. It starts, boom, the minute everything goes on, it is happening. It's like it's showtime.
My goal during a ceremony is at the end of the ceremony, I want the guests to go, that was cool. Now let's go party, instead of, thank God that's over, where's the beer?
Yeah.
And that's the distinction that I make in a ceremony, is I want that feeling. I want those couples to walk away from that ceremony going, wow.
Well, what is it about you, being a professional wedding officiant? What's a great feature about you that you bring to the party? No
Well-
pun intended, of course.
Well, I have a background in entertainment.
Okay.
Stand-up and performing.
Okay.
I don't do a wedding, I perform a wedding. When I get up there, we're the actors, they're the audience. I choreograph everything with the couple to make them feel this is a show that we're putting on for everybody. And a show celebrating their loves. They're the stars. I'm the announcer. They're bridesmaids and groomsmen. There's the supporting cast. And we put on a show for everyone. We block it, we make it work perfect. And everything we do for camera, we do for audience.
It's very true.
So instead of, because I've been to so many weddings where you don't see anything, they're facing the officiant, you don't see them putting the rings on. It's like, no. The wedding is about everybody celebrating this moment with you. And I want the couple to share that moment with the audience and each other, not the officiant. It's not about the officiant.
Well,
It's about them.
what's a great advantage, though, of hiring somebody like yourself, of being a professional wedding officiant? What's a great advantage for our viewers knowing this ahead of time?
Well, one of the biggest advantages is knowing that it's going to be done right.
Okay.
You can hire somebody, or you can have your friend do a wedding for you who's never done a wedding, and he can read something off of a page. The advantage of being a professional is being able to take those words off a page and make them live, make them come alive, and do it with enthusiasm and excitement rather than just reading it off the page.
Exactly. Now, gosh, that's like being a musician. Don't play the notes on the page. Exactly. With our viewers watching this, and you shared a terrific feature about your experience and what you bring to the table, and then you've got the advantage of how they're going to be able to really understand what they're in for. What is the benefit of all of that?
The benefit is they know that they can go to their wedding day and know that the ceremony part is taken care of, that all they need to do is make it down the aisle. And once they get down to the end of the aisle, they know that I have it taken care of. The biggest thing that I enjoy is knowing that there is low stress.
Amen.
Because they're stressed out about so many things, and I let them know, look, if you make it down that aisle, it's done. It's done. That celebration will start as soon as you do that kiss. And I will help you from that giveaway moment to the time you walk down the aisle. Low stress, maximum fun.
That's awesome. And with your experience being the number one person, the number one go-to wedding officiant here in Southern California, you've had obviously a lot of other vendors that you've been able to work with. Can you maybe share a story that you've had an experience with another vendor with our viewers?
Sure. You know, professionalism is everything to me. I'm the ultimate professional. I want everything to be done perfectly. I want professionals to be there. I've worked with the Double Knot.
Okay.
And they do it right. They make me feel that I can do my job better.
That's the girls.
When I'm working with a professional like that, I know that A, my stress level is low because they've got it all covered. That they're going to get them down the aisle and then leave it up to me.
That's Leah and Lindsay, right?
Leah and Lindsay,
Yeah,
exactly.
the Double Knot twins. Yeah. Gosh, those two girls, they're out of control.
And I did one of their weddings. So
That's right. Yeah,
That's right.
we did Lindsay's
We
wedding.
did Lindsay's
That's
wedding.
right. That was awesome.
And
That was
so it's great to
amazing.
do a wedding coordinator's wedding because you know that it's going to be done right.
True.
For me, that's the biggest compliment. If I can get a wedding coordinator or venue manager to have me do their wedding when they've seen hundreds of officiants, that means something.
It does.
And they come to me all the time, so I know I'm doing something right.
What do you think would be a great takeaway for our viewers to maybe have a clearer understanding of what to look for when hiring a professional wedding officiant like you? If you could share a couple of bits, that'd be terrific.
Excellent. Well, one of the most important thing is reviews.
Okay.
Anybody can say that, hey, I can do a ceremony. I can be that guy for you. But it's what other people say about them. So look on the web. Look at the different wedding sites that are out there. The Knot, Wedding Wire, places like that. Look at the reviews for the officiants there.
That's great.
That's what's going to make it. The other thing that you have to look at is their availability and accessibility. I have a team of officiants.
How many people do you have?
I have 17 officiants that work under my team. I have priests, rabbis, ministers, non-denominational officiants, Spanish speakers, and Elvis.
You're up to 17 people?
I'm up to 17 officiants.
Dude, that's
And one of the
awesome.
nicest thing about it is, you know, the biggest question is, well, what happens if you get sick? A, I don't get sick. But B, if I did, I have a whole team behind me ready to take that wedding in a moment's notice.
That is awesome. I know over the years, we've had countless opportunities working together, and you've never been sick. And
No.
it's like the weirdest thing. It's almost like that Bruce Willis movie. It's like Unbreakable. You never get sick. It is awesome.
Well, you know, it's a performer trick. I can do 20 weddings in a day. I've never done 20, but I mean, I've done a dozen weddings in a day, and I'm as fresh for the first one as I am for the last one. Because when you're up there performing, when you're doing your thing, you're in a whole nother world.
Yes.
You are in a zone.
Wow.
And that same
True.
zone from the first wedding to the last wedding in a day has got to be equal.
Yes.
And that's what shows a professional too. The other thing is how they look. You know, I've seen wedding videos. Yeah, I mean,
Make sure I look good here.
well, no, I mean, I've seen wedding videos of people, you know that they are going to suck at your wedding. All right?
Ouch. Clunk.
You know, so you got to find somebody who is professional. The other thing is what vendors think about a professional. If you've worked with other vendors who recommend somebody, that is a recommendation that means a lot because they see a lot of people,
It's true.
especially venues. You know, a lot of venues refer us because they know that we're going to take care of the couples, that we're going to show up on time, that we're going to do the professional job that we've been hired to do, and not be just some guy, and I now pronounce you hubby and wifey. And I've seen those guys, and they're the scourge of the wedding industry.
That's very true, Alan. This is awesome. You've absolutely shared some fantastic insight and a lot more that I was thinking I was going to learn from you today as well. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. My name's David Esquire with Esquire Photography, and again, we're here at the Edgewater Wedding Chapel in downtown Long Beach, right off of Ocean, and I am joined with the amazing
Alan Katz.
And where can our viewers find you online?
They can go to our main website, which is funwed, funwed.com, and there you can find our officiants, our marriage license service, and our wedding chapel, all on that one website. And
wow.
Everything's there.
That's great. Thank you so much again for joining us.
My pleasure.
Absolutely a pleasure. And stay tuned. We're going to have another fantastic episode for you to help you save a little bit of money, save a little bit of your sanity, and join us really soon. Take care. Cheers.
This guy rocks.